It's not been a bad start to the season, but there's work to be done. Let's see if we can keep our fairly decent start going and try and get towards that top of the league and see if we can stay there this time. So here we are in mid-September, and as you can see, we've made a decent start. We're scoring lots of goals, one exception obviously. We're 4th in the league, but obviously only one defeat means that we're not too far behind. And Bari, who are back in the division, which got relegated last year, look like they're going to be our main challengers for the title that I really want us to win this year. I've made a couple more signings. It's only the one. Manuel Di Chiara, basically to provide backup for Roller, because we know that he can't really play every game, and Paolini, I'm not convinced by him. So he's actually going to come in today for the first time, although Paolini will play in the centre of midfield. Di Chiara will play on the right, and we'll have Di Marco playing on the left. Let's get the bench sorted. Barbieri has been playing in the centre, even though he's really more of a right back, because Stang has been injured. Spambato looks like a really good player, and with him, Barbieri seems to be doing quite well. So for the moment, because we've got quite good cover at right back, for the moment, I think I'm going to be leaving him in as a centre back. So we've also got Lamana, who has played once. He's certainly decent. So there's not really any reason to be too concerned about the fact that Barbieri is probably more of a right back. If you look at that, heading wise, he's not great, but other than that, he's absolutely fine as a centre back. So I'm kind of okay with him playing there at the moment. But yeah, it's been a good start to the season, really. Spambato seems like a very, very good player to me. Why is he unhappy? He's massively strengthened the squad. Well, hopefully that will die away if we can start winning more games. But yeah, I think that is probably going to be that for today. We're going to have this team, although Barbieri, I've just noticed, is actually injured, so he can't play today anyway. I don't really want to play him in that, so Colucci can play his first game of the season. Not ideal, but he can probably cope today, particularly next to Spambato, who's a good player. And we're also going to give Lamana his... I was going to say his debut. It's not his debut. He's played once already. Just so that we've got a nice, fresh team. Colucci is the only one who's a little bit iffy, but Barbieri's not quite fit enough to play today. So Di Chiara comes in for his debut. And let's tell them to pick up where they left off, because we have had a decent start to the season. We can keep that going with a win against a team that's been there or thereabouts for several years now. That would be very nice. Spampato. Lamana plays it forward long to Di Chiara. Di Chiara scores on his debut. 11 minutes into his debut, Di Chiara latches onto a lovely long ball from Lamana. Not something I want to see them doing too much, but it worked then. Morosini to Paolini. Paolini plays Brigliadori through, and he should have scored. Should be 2 already. Pellegrini with a nice long throw. Di Chiara now. Brigliadori finds Morosini, and it's 2. What a start we've had today. This is really good against a team that is definitely going to be up there challenging. This could send a real message here if we can beat them nice and easily. Paolini takes the corner. Di Chiara back to Paolini. Passing it around nicely. Can we find a way through? Di Marco, Brigliadori. Di Marco should have scored. Di Marco. I like this patient play. We've been very, very good at this. Sometimes from the very back, sometimes from midfield. But we're just patient. We don't need to look for the killer ball straight away every time, which is good. That's a good ball though. Di Chiara, can he get the cross in? No, but someone else can, and saved. Who was that? That was Marino, I think. Monticello, corner. And was that a great save? I think it was. Confente makes an absolute stormer of a save there. And second corner goes over. So things looking quite good early in this game. Lamana's got a bruised foot, but he's going to play through it, so that's okay. We have got Barbieri on the bench if we need him, but he's already not entirely fit, and I'd rather not bring him on if it's all possible. Di Chiara now, can he get another cross in? He can, and goes wide. It's been a very, very good first half from us. We've been really dominant in this game. Could have had more than 2, to be honest. Brigliadori to Paolini. Marino shoots over the bar. That's poor. It's a shame after being so good at doing the patient build-up. I don't know why we go for those long balls out from the back sometimes. I mean, obviously, if it's clearing danger like that, that's fine. The previous one, we weren't in any danger, so why not just keep going with this patient build-up, which we've been doing so well. Great save, Confente. Really good save. Monticello, can we go in 2-0 up? Looks like we... Oh, no. Albertelli. Mane. Crosses in and just headed over, and it looks like we will indeed go 2-0, going 2-0 up. Deservedly so, although a little bit of pressure towards the end of the half there. Passing particularly well at the moment. Great ball out to Tikiara. He's had a really good debut. A goal, but he's also looked dangerous pretty much constantly. With both of my defenders on bookings, it's not ideal really. Pellegrini, nice long throw, but straight to the arms of Sarri. This is what I like. Really patient build-up, and we've found a nice way through here. Brigliadori gets the cross in. DiMarco heads it into the arms of Sarri. This is good, good, good. Di Chiara, after a very good debut, is going to make way for Rolla. I'm also going to take Colucci off for Barbieri. Morosini finds Rolla. Rolla's in. Rolla scores. Of course he does. What a player this guy is. I really love Rolla. You could probably tell he's my absolute favourite player of this save so far. Wonderful footballer. Bring on Borbone for Di Marco. Need to try and keep reminding myself to make all the changes I can, because I do have some fitness issues in this squad, and I want to try and make sure that people are kept as fresh as I can. Lamana can also come for... It'll have to be Vittorini. Brigliadori's missed it. Oh no, it took a deflection, that's fine. Probably should have scored anyway. Brigliadori's played very well today, but he probably should have scored. Like that finishing touch has just been a bit off today. So a couple of chances. Marino finds Brigliadori. Is this it? No, it's not. I think he could have had a hat-trick, really. Pellegrini, nice throw again, but straight to Sarri. Won't always happen. It's good to see these throw-ins popping up more in these highlights. Ooh, nearly lost our clean sheet there. Let's hope we can hold it off. This is a really good performance. We've completely dominated this game. They don't deserve to score. And 3 is about right for us. Rolla. Can we get one last goal? Borbone is on the end of it, but no, he can't head it in. And that looks like that will be that. Pellegrini with one last throw, and Sarri picks it up, and the full-time whistle goes. Very, very convincing performance against a team who we expect to be up there, challenging for that title that we want this year. This is fantastic. So we're going to be back for not the next game for once. We usually do one game after the other, but we're going to skip the Catania game, and we'll be back for the Arza-Cena game in 2 weeks' time. So I will see you then. And at this point, I decided to forget to switch the microphone on. So I will be re-recording this for you. At this point, I was talking about the fact that we were top of the league and we were playing against a team who hadn't actually got a point yet. The only team without a single point. And so I think probably the only team without a win as well. We had to bring out DiMarco, and we brought in a youngster. But then I decided to get someone else in who's been around for a little bit longer. No, other way around. It was Michelangelo we brought back in, who's a brand new new gen. Just because he was a little bit more promising, really. I was toying over whether or not to play Rolla, because I still like him, but Di Chiara, well, he's a loanee who's worth millions, so it was kind of a no-brainer, I think, to give him a go and to try and make sure that he was as good as he could be. And if you look at him, you can tell, he's valued in the millions, which is just completely unheard of at this level. If you look at his physicals, he's just outstanding for a team of our quality. And yes, the technicals aren't that good. I think Roller is slightly better than him technically, but the physicals are just too good to ignore. So he's got to play this season. It makes me a bit sad because I like Roller. I still think he's got a good future. But this season, I think he's going to have to play second fiddle to Di Chiara. There's absolutely no chance we're going to be able to sign him. So Roller doesn't have to worry long term. So I told them to pick up where we left off because we were in good form at the start of the season. And obviously we're playing against a team we know are struggling. And we started off with a slightly odd ball. I'm now going to commentate as if this is live. And that's Di Chiara straight into the game and almost sets up Brigliadori. Should say that I'm watching this on a fairly small screen, so I may read the odd name wrong. Apologies for that if I do. Boccia with the long ball. Can we try and win it back before they have any kind of chance? Yes, we can. And Borbone takes it up and gets the ball in. Brigliadori finds Di Chiara eventually, and Di Chiara gets the cross in, headed over the bar. But looking promising. Had 8 shots already, so clearly we are threatening. Pellegrini with the throw. For some reason, we only seem to see highlights of his throws when they go straight to the goalkeeper. I wonder if that will change soon. Dichara, I don't believe they all go straight to the goalkeeper. That can't be true. Because we know that he's a 20 throw-in player, which is why I bought him, actually. Certainly, the reason why I play him as often as he is playing is because of the 20 throw-ins. You can see we're top of the league, even with a draw here, as it stands. But obviously, it's a game that we can't really afford to not win. I feel like we're going to win it, but there is work to be done for sure, and we need improvement in the second half. Keeper takes a long ball forward. Dichiara picks it up again. He's driving all the attacks seem to come through him, and he's there again. Dichiara scores, and he deserves that. He's definitely been the key player for us in this game, and in most games I think he will be. You can see how good he is. I don't know really why I was even thinking about not playing him, because whilst Roller's wonderful, Roller's fantastic, and I bring him on later in the game, I believe, then we know that he's just a far superior quality player. Dichiara again almost makes another goal for us. Starting to think about some substitutions to try and keep the team fresh, and obviously give Roller a game as well. Having 5 substitutes in every game is useful for that, because it does mean that we can keep more players fresh and ready to play than we might otherwise be able to. Arzacena coming forward, but we can try it on the break. No, we can't. Break is snuffed out almost instantly. And Boccia with the long ball forward. Not sure why he would keep doing that. Dichiara, because we keep bringing it back to them. Dichiara shoots. Boccia saves it again. Yeah, every time he does that, we just send it straight back. And Dichiara, obviously, looking like a really, really important player for us, as he was always going to. I don't think I realised when I signed him on loan just how good he is. And whilst Roller's great, he's not quite Dichiara, is he? A couple more substitutions, bringing on Sonogo as well. Roller comes on for the last few minutes. Probably should have given him a little bit more time, to be honest. Time got away from me a little bit. Obviously, a little bit nervy at this point, just thinking, well, we've obviously completely dominated this game. They haven't had a shot on target, but it's one of those games where they could just nick it with a late goal. So a nice goal here just to make it a little bit easier would be nice, but that doesn't come. But at that point, it does feel like that is that, and indeed it is. Roller with the last touch. And it's an unconvincing performance. I would like better, but we're top of the league. We keep winning, and I don't think goal difference was going to come into this, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Arzacena still sitting without a point, so that is very, very impressive from us. Just give Dichiara a bit of encouragement she deserves. And you can see since he's come into the team, we've been doing very, very well. Haven't conceded a goal in 4, 9 goals in 4 games. And he's been involved in a lot of them. I can't give you an exact number as to how many, but it's several. You can see he's scored in all 3 of the last 3 games. And hopefully that's something that he can continue on to the next few months and maybe even years if we can keep bringing him back. I definitely can't sign him. I can tell you that for sure. So I think at the moment I'm going to come back for Virtus Francavilla and the Foggia game. Because those are the 2 at the moment that look like they're going to be the most important in terms of competitive fixtures. That could change. If Virtus or Foggia were to fall away, then it might be Fidelis Andria instead. But that's what I'm going to go for. Thanks for watching today. Keep watching. We'll be back tomorrow with... this is, I think, by some distance, the best team I've had so far. So I'm quite excited about this team. Hopefully we can continue that. Chiara is by some distance the best player I've had in this team so far. And I think he might be the difference between a team that can do okay and the team that can really, really do very, very well and actually start thinking about getting promotion at last. I'm so bored of those playoffs. I want to get them done. So join me tomorrow and I will see you then. Bye for now.